that is another weakness when it comes to the economy, exports. This is a government at the end of the day which speaks the language of Atmanirbhar Bharat without clarifying what it really means. What does Atmanirbhar? You tell me, what does Atmanirbhar Bharat mean? 18% saying not practical, 18% saying needs government support, only politics 13. Add that, it's almost 50%. 1 in 2 are not convinced about Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Rajdeep, see, when we say Atmanirbhar Bharat, definitely we are conveying a message that we have to become self-reliant. We have to make a beginning somewhere, and we have made a beginning after every crisis. Just go back to the history, do a back testing, and you will realize after every crisis, you have seen something new emerging, and this is what is happening for India. After this crisis, India will become self-reliant because all the policy measures which has been taken by the government of India actually suggest that India will eventually, it cannot happen in one day, but eventually it will become self-reliant. And especially if you, in the backdrop of, if you see what China is in a situation today, high wages in China, and the cost has gone up in China, cost of production has gone up in China. That's why when the global supply chain is looking China plus one policy, India is the best destination for them.
Supriya,
both in terms of
so can we take some more questions and then go back? Otherwise we'll miss out on all the questions. Our researchers have worked very hard in putting this data set together. I want to go through all the questions, then we can keep talking about it. What about your economic status under the current government and the Prime Minister? 49% say the economic status is improved. 12% say it's worsened, no change, say 38%. Now this 49% also need to be contrasted with the 86% who said they'd either lost their job or they'd lost their income. So if you've lost your job and you've lost your income, but net, you feel that under Modi, your economic status has gone up. Who is the primary beneficiary of this government's economic policies? 39% say only big business. 29% say both big and small business. 11% say not the salaried class, 8% say only small business, 8% say neither small nor big. Rajdeep, now this is problematic, where 4 out of 10 respondents say that only big business is benefiting from Modi's economic policies.
Your economic status under Modi has improved, say 49%, is baffling in the context of 80% either having lost their jobs or have actually suffered a fall in income. So that is for the surveyors to really make sense of, which maybe Sweta will explain to us in a moment. But economic policies, who benefited, Rahul, is important. 40% are saying only big business. That's a large number.
Zayyad Zafar Islam,
and I think that's
a problematic number.
That's a problematic number.
To Soot Boot Ki Sarkar, you deny it, the government works hard to ensure that that's not the perception. But in this poll, for what it's worth, 4 out of 10 respondents think only big business is benefiting from your policies. And if you add the 8, which is neither small nor big, which is kind of linked, then you're 48% thinking it's either big business or no one.
Actually, Rahul, if you just analyze the government's policy towards the people of this country and the businesses, we have, both in terms of the packages which have been announced, we have supported MSME business, we have supported middle class, we have supported the marginalized section of the society. All the packages which has actually the stimulus which has been given.
So why this perception then?
Is primarily focused.
So why this perception?
Lower middle class or the marginalized section of the society.
So why this perception then? So why this perception?
Because
Rajdeep,
let me tell you, because let me tell you the actual reason. Because let me tell you, there are some problems when it comes to India, because every single businesses have to approach the bank for the capital. So when they need capital, they need resource raising, they need to access to a bank. Unlike other markets where they need they have a full-fledged capital market, they access to capital market to raise. Here, the capital market was substituted by NBFC. Unfortunately, the health of NBFC, what it was prior to COVID, is no longer the same, and that's why these smaller businesses who used to access the NBFC to raise resources.
Can I please come in?
Yeah, struggling a little bit.
Okay, so you're linking it to the credit squeeze
to some extent.
Let Supriya Shrinate now respond. Supriya Shrinate, 1 minute, sir, now.
Crore of support.
No, let her respond now, because the fact is that this perception is something that you have pushed, Supriya Shrinate, Soot Boot Ki Sarkar or Ambani Adani Ki Sarkar. The fact though is that while you say that, according to Zafar Islam, the Prime Minister's signaling is not about Soot Boot Ki Sarkar, it's about MSME Sarkar.
You know, I don't know why is Zafar saying the things that he is. He's been a good friend, so I refuse to understand. Are you telling me because NBFCs have shut down or NBFCs are squeezed for credit, people say that big businesses are benefiting? People say big businesses are benefiting because at the peak of the economic crisis, when the GDP was falling, the government gave the big businesses a big bonanza, a 1.5 lakh crore bonanza when the corporate tax was cut. And the big businesses used that as an opportunity to clean up their balance sheets. The government has written off loans worth 8.8 lakh crore rupees. Obviously, big business are beneficiaries. Look at the farm laws. The farm laws are skewed in favor of big business. Whatever you may say, whatever you're posturing, obviously the perception is big business is benefiting. And let us for a moment step back and say what Zafar Islam was saying earlier. When the economic crisis was happening, you had the opportunity to take business away from China when US and China were on trade war. But your policies were so skewed that Bangladesh and Vietnam benefited. We did not get even a dime of business. Your commerce minister puts out a tweet that celebrates great. We have, we are import surplus. Import surplus is a bad thing for a developing economy. आपके fundamentals ही गलत हैं, sir. Import surplus एक developing economy के लिए बड़ी
Can I just build on this data? Sean of politics.
That is the problem.
Spend 30 seconds listening to me and then we'll go across to Syed Zafar Islam. Okay.